This game's gonna go crazy. They Loki'd, they Loki'd, they got the busted side of the deck. They can't use it. We snap. We're golden now. They fell right into our trap. They lost potentially their location fixer. They lost potentially their other card generation that would be good for them. Oh, just play Quinjet. And we draw again. Sure. I guess they're going to try and thin through their deck to get back to playing the cards they wanted to play, but it turns out we're still in our territory. Here we go. All right, so now with 9 energy. Ah! Welcome my friends, the true meta breaker deck is here, and it is the Cerebro 3s. That's right, this deck has been getting incremental changes to make it the most consistent and powerful version of a Cerebro deck we have ever seen. And in the current meta environment, with a lot of Loki matchups and then the other decks that are hot in the meta as well, we can take them down. It is so funny to see Loki try and put a game plan together with these cards because they're not able to get mass buffs from the Cerebro, and then otherwise the 3 power cards are not able to add up enough to be able to beat us either. This deck has a couple different modules. We have the Heart in the Cerebro and the Mystique. We have our lower curve of cards, which all focus on being able to get cheap bodies down to the board so we get enough bodies to get buffed up and put up impressive stat lines. And then we have our tools to find Cerebro more consistently in Magik and in Crystal. The conjunction of these two ladies, if we play them together, mean that we get to see 11 cards out of our 12 card deck. It makes it so consistent to be able to find the Cerebro. Yes, there's that one card at the bottom of the deck that you don't get to see, and there are some times where you don't find the Magik or the Crystal. So I feel like Cerebro goes missing in about 1 out of 9, 1 out of 10 games, but it is very consistent to be able to find this powerhouse of buffs. And then we have our control cards. There is a fair bit of flexibility in what you can do for the Cerebro 3s. Some decks like to run the Shang-Chi. I'm choosing to use the Killmonger right now because if I play Killmonger on curve against a Loki deck, I can take out their Quinjet. If I'm playing up against the Deadpool Destroy deck, I can hide Killmonger behind the Invisible Woman, and that could just win me the game, being able to take out their Deadpool at the very end of things. So even up against the Sure Kitty deck, again, the Killmonger popping the Kitty, the Killmonger being able to take out Zero and Ebony Maw, huge value out of this card. So I'm using him instead of the Killmonger, and then I'm looking at the Shadow King, who's really the star of the show with how well he can reset Angela, he can reset Kitty, he can reset the cards that are buffed by the Shuri, he can reset the Taskmaster, he can reset the Destroy cards, he is just an incredible control tool and is very overlooked in the current meta, as I think is Valkyrie, and of course here the two-edged sword, being able to bring our cards up to 3, the opposing cards down to 3, dominating her lane, the wonder child here in the Valk winning. A couple other options that people like to consider quite often is running the Wasp, who is a very consistent 3-power card with the conjunction of Bast and Valkyrie in the deck. Some people will cut the Invisible Woman or the Luke Cage, and then you also have the Scarlet Witch as a consideration to have a redundancy in the location fixing side of things. Right now, we only have the Magik. I've been finding that is enough, but some people like to be able to bring just a little bit more heat in that department. I love the Jeff being able to worm his way into the lockdown locations, so all around this is my favorite version of the deck, and I have been testing out a lot of different substitutions. Ooh, Negative Zone appears. We actually like Negative Zone with Luke Cage in the deck. We'll drop the Sentinel, roll into Crystal. We got the Magik, so we have all the means of finding Cerebro, but no Bro right now. We do have the Mystique as well. This is a very strong opening hand. If the opponent snaps early, then my immediate question is, do I have Cerebro? Next question is, do I have the tools that let me get to Cerebro? And we do have said tools. So, here we go. Up in the Angela on the mini lab, are you? What kind of deck are you? Angela plays around in a lot of different places. So, at what point would I just bow out on it being a bad hand? Because I said in the beginning that you can find Cerebro very consistently, but you're not guaranteed. And so if the opponent is snapping, you do ask yourself, are the location draws very good for them? Right now it doesn't look like they're particularly for one side or the other. And then you look at your hand on, do you have the Mystique as the force multiplier for when you find Cerebro? And do you have the ways to get to Cerebro? If you had only Mystique, I might bow out. If you had Crystal and Magik, I'd be okay continuing. Just on how likely it is that you're going to be able to get a solid game plan together, and here we go. Immediately rewarded with the Bast Cerebro. We got the loot cage as well. So negative zone, long live the negative zone. That's a magic Bast. I like Bast. You want Bast to be able to have time to affect magic, but just picking up Cerebro and Mystique is going to be fantastic for us. Oh man. Kitty Pride, Hulk Bastards, the Shuri Kitty deck. And we have the Invisible Woman, just have to be able to draw into the Skillmonger and GG's. Unless it runs armor? I feel like the Shuri Kitty decks often don't. They forego armor. Am I crazy in saying that? I just don't think they have it. Snap me? No fear? Next play, Mystique plus Invisible Woman. Oh. Where do we play the Invisible? So the one problem with Shadow... No, it's fine. It's fine actually to play Shadow King, even on the Mystique lane, because Luke Cage. Luke Cage is going to keep Mystique from losing her buff. Oh man. We hit everything. Shadow King is going to be great, following up on the Angela, and hopefully we top deck Killmonger as well, and we just blow him up. 8 Cooper. Show it. This Shuri Kitty deck is good too, but we have the tools. And if they play armor, that's where we look at Shadow King and Valk to be able to come through. 11 power. She's looking strong. There's the armor. It won't save you. It cannot be stopped. Ah! Besto Friendo. Sentinel drops as well. We do the reset. Is it too arrogant to say there's no way we lose? There could be a way that we lose. Do they play Red Skull? Red Skull is the deck's Achilles heel, of course, and that's where if you're in a pocket, a meta pocket that's seeing a lot of Red Skull in these Shuri decks, then the Shang-Chi's probably going to do you more good than you always run Valkyrie, but you might cut Shadow King or Killmonger based on your preference. So you have a chance at being able to take out the Red Skull and then not get buffed yourself. They do have him. Look at this. Pop, pop. Now the problem is, I reset your Angela and I still win. With how strong Shadow King is up against the Shuri decks, resetting Angela, resetting Kitty Pryde, resetting the Shuri buffs, but especially zeroing out Taskmaster, you can still fight against the Red Skull. You stack this lane to be able to beat him. They think that gives them a free pass elsewhere, but that's where the control card levels the playing field for you. White hot room, delicious. Cavalier must go. Everything must go. Probably means that we lose White Hot Room then, but can't be helped. Cavalier got a fix. Go Collector. Okay. We've got tools for you, unless you got the Cosmo for you. Daily Bugle shows. Ooh, not bad. Sentinel. I didn't want to play it, I just wanted to flicker. Convenient to get a tool that we can use. But I think we just magic on Nidavellir here. Yeah. We could Crystal. The Loki deck hits overdraw territory, so they'll draw it for us. Maybe oh wait, that was ours? This looks like ours. I mean, it's got the same border, but yeah, we're using this card back. Okay, yeah, that was ours. I wish it says it. It does say it, Teddy. Teddy's blind. Do I play? I think I do. I'm gonna go Invisible Woman plus the Sentinel here. Actually, plus the Sentinel here. I don't care that it gets canceled. Hang on, I can play their Sentinel. No, never show them what you might have gotten. Just show a mystery card with our card back, and then show Shadow King. That'll be a fixer. They could Cosmo, which stops us, but we're still going to be able to get some mass buffs back onto this lane. And this way, I get time to potentially draw Bast to help out the Mystique Cerebro. Yeah, and I'm going to get the extra energy. This is amazing. Ooh, the Skillmonger. Alright, Shadow King. Give me them buffs. Sentinel drops. Do I snap? This game's gonna go crazy. They Loki'd, they Loki'd, they got the busted side of the deck. They can't use it. We snap. We're golden now. They fell right into our trap. They lost potentially their location fixer. They lost potentially their other card generation that would be good for them. Oh, just play Quinjet. And we draw again? Sure. I guess they're going to try and thin through their deck to get back to playing the cards they wanted to play, but it turns out we're still in our territory. Here we go. Alright, so now with 9 energy. Ah! Play this. I'm going to draw that extra card anyway. Don't have to play the crystal. So, I mean, let's just kill No, don't kill Quinjet. He's full up. This way, if he drew Cosmo, he has no way to play it back there. He's guaranteed to lose that lane. He's basically guaranteed to lose this lane as well once my Valkyrie lands. So I'll just show him how good that Sentinel was for me, I guess. Chavez, Sentinel, cute. I like that Chavez. I like her better at 3 power though. I think the only shocker they had for us was if they had changed Limbo away, but they were not able to do that. And even if they did, the 16 here on mid and we would win White Hot Room, so I don't think it was going to be the ticket. And then after all this, I will kill your Quinjet. Come on, man. You've got all the energy as well and all these cheats. Yeah, Valk, go for it. That makes my Magik better. Mystique on nothing. Iron Lad on nothing. This is exactly why this deck has become so popular. Loki rolls over and dies a horrible death. Pop. Unanimous victory. Elysium. Fascinating. It lets us combo. The Valkyrie can start feeling fairly expensive, especially if you don't hit Limbo. But if we do get Limbo, I think I will actually cancel Elysium. We're curved out to have a very full board without an energy cheat if we play this turn 7. And then it would likely just help our opponent more than us. I play this guy so much. This guy grinds like crazy. Rank 828. They got Magik for us. Oh, you're playing the Hella Tribunal deck? I think they are. Okay. I have to get smart with it. I'll have to get very smart with it. I mean, yeah, Cerebro plus the Mystique. It's a good combo for us out the gate. I can slow roll things a little bit. Elysium gives us this luxury. You played there? With the Witch? Oh no, your Cerebro 3s. Okay. Into that Avalier? Joke's on you. I don't think they run another. So this is the other version of Cerebro that I don't like as much. Case in point. Witch hit Nidavellir. Now their Cerebro cannot buff. We snap. We got him. Mystique plays. They gotta leave. There we go. Oh, to be proven so right so quickly. He did snap turn 1, but then again, he is always snapped, so we'll accept that. Not having a rank here means that they are below 5,000, so that shows you how strategic, how much strategic advantage you gain by snapping turn 1 every single time. Let's drop Sentinel on Mirror Dimension. Yeah. Alright, Quinjet shows, so that's where we hope for early Killmonger. Quinjet Jeff, interesting. I don't see a lot of Loki decks running the Jeff. I just want to run more card generation early. Shuri's Lab. Alright, so this is where we have to get creative around the Shuri's Lab play. We want Valkyrie, we want Shadow King to be able to reset those spots. And I can really only handle one Shuri's Lab with those tricks consistently, so we hit our Cerebro. I'm gonna go Crystal. I'd like to be able to find Bast to buff Magik before I play her. Luke Cage, Cerebro as well. Let's draw through. Go Coulson. Yeah, so another Loki deck. Loki still lives. Alright, got the King. King is here. Long may he reign. And it's Murder World. Perfect. So Shuri's Lab. Do I want to allow that to remain, or do I just break it up? Probably simpler to just break it up here. Let's snap back. We hold the bro. We have Invisible Woman plus control cards to make sure they're firing last, hitting all cards at the enemy's zone. We have time to be able to draw the Mystique and the Bast. If I don't get Bast, then I'm going to go ahead and play Cerebro on 5, because I need space to play my expensive control cards. If we get Bast, I will play Bast and I'll hold off on the Cerebro till after he's buffed up. Otherwise, just looking to play the Cerebro on Shuri's Lab, where I'm going to play the... Ooh, but you can't do the Valkyrie. Valkyrie on Shuri's Lab actually doesn't work. She sets them to 3 and then doubles herself, but Shadow King does too. Yeah, so what? The Shuri's Lab here. That's why we're canceling it. Got a little too cute there for my own good, thinking that one of these would save me. And we hit the Bast. Alright, we talked ourselves through this one. So if Valk is going to play here to shut up Coulson, and I Bast, and I get Invisible Woman, if this is Valk lane, and then I can drop Sentinel off on the side, and I'm looking good. Play me out. Devil D. The one Achilles heel to my plan of control cards. This is where the Shang-Chi does a little bit better. Now, if I can find Mystique, he didn't. If I can find Mystique, we would be able to just to out-muscle them. As it is, I could still make them run scared, but I wonder if that matters. I could just put the... No, I really want Valk over there. If I draw Mystique... So many considerations. Let's just play the Luke Cage and then the Bro. See what we draw. It's either Jeff or Mystique. They got the armor. Alright, no Legion, good.
Wakanda forever.
BP. You're gonna hate this Valkyrie, my man. He can move the Jeff and then play Cosmo to protect. Hats off to him, if and when he does. We have to play Mystique. Buffs this like crazy. No. Okay, yeah. So I can play Mystique Shadow King, or I can play the Valk, right? If it is just Shadow King, you drop down by half, you drop down by half, and then it would be 2 7s, so 14, versus 4 5s at 20. So Valk obviously punches up. No chance that we close the gap here without... Yeah, no chance. Play here. Question. Query. Did you randomly create Enchantress? You created this as a 5. We don't know what your 4 was. Your 4 could have been Enchantress. I hate it when that happens, but they don't naturally run Enchantress in the deck. Orca. Valk, take us home. Oh, it's music to my ears. Just so good. So here is our Meta Breaker Cerebro deck in all of its glory. I think this is the best blend of Cerebro right now, and probably the best blend of Cerebro ever. It has finally hit the consistency that it needs to be a meta mainstay. But if you guys want to see another deck that is a sleeper hit climbing against this meta, check out this video that I recorded previously. You guys are gonna love it. Teddy certified decks all around. If you guys pick this one up, I hope it earns you many cubes on your climb up to infinite. Till next time, thank you guys for watching. Keep on snapping.